The audio and presentation of A Pony's Tale at Equestria's Fall is unprofessional to say the least. The first episode is so bad that even Sparrow9642, who wrote and edited the series, will admit that it has its problems. It should be noted straight away that the visuals go in and out of focus and for some reason have large borders around them. Some of the voice acting is just laughable, and as for the mixing...
Your fault, just as you did at my brother's wedding.
I find that hard to believe!
Yeah, my ears are still recovering from that. Now, I am aware that this project was a first attempt and the production process has been fraught with technical difficulty, but sadly that does not excuse it, so you still lose points. With that out of the way, I'd like to take some time to really pick apart the writing, which is equally riddled with problems. If the time I've spent studying writing has taught me anything, it is that there is no all-inclusive set formula for what makes good storytelling. However, one general rule that is always good to follow is don't waste time. Know what the deal is and get to it as quickly as possible. The first episode of A Pony's Tale meanders all over the place with no sense of focus and no conflict on the horizon until some 9 minutes in. You need to ask yourself with every scene, in what way is this building the stakes or advancing the plot?
Who goes there?
Princess Twilight Sparkle. I've come on business with Princess Celestia.
Did that scene add anything to the story? No, it didn't, so remove it.
Morning, Opal. What a glorious day it is. You silly cat. You need to get up so Mommy can make the bed.
Does this scene add anything to the story? Yeah, it's kind of cute, but it serves no function, so remove it. All this superfluous baggage is a common characteristic of inexperienced writing, and it can be easily fixed with a bit of redrafting. Even better, get others to read through your script and give feedback. That would certainly help to polish out the awkward, clunky lines of dialogue, of which there are many.
Now, where did I put my wings?
Are you okay? Your wings are on the sides of your body, Princess.
Oh, silly me.
An additional trap that inexperienced writers fall prey to is the need to spell out everything for the audience, as demonstrated by this clip from episode 2.
Don't think we don't know that y'all learn just as much pain as Twi. We are very aware of Princess Luna's absence, and that y'all are just trying to hide your feelings.
You are correct, but as the Princess of Equestria, I must remain strong for my subjects. I am worried sick about Luna, but in order to keep every pony from thinking the worst, I have to keep my feelings hidden.
First of all, ponies do not talk like this. This dialogue is not naturalistic. Secondly, the phrase show don't tell exists for a reason. This scene would have been 10 times more powerful if we could actually get a glimpse of Celestia's internal conflict, as she has to battle her own anguish to fulfill her duty to Equestria. I will give credit where it's due, and one thing I will say is that once the conflict does kick in, the villain is quite threatening. As antagonists go, Vyro is not especially interesting, his primary characteristic being traditional cliched evil gloating.
I could finish you now, but my orders forbid me to do so.
But when you are killing off multiple main characters like Spike or Celestia, it is hard not to generate stakes. Even this could have been capitalised on more though. The scene which follows Spike's death is unintentionally hilarious. Applejack does not seem to care much that her friend has just died.
He's dead. Come on, y'all. I don't think this place is safe.
Really? You don't say? I feel sorry for Mayo Maldonado, the voice actor who first put me onto this series. She is doing an adequate job at voicing Applejack here, but no one could possibly salvage these lines. Another issue is how the whole thing moves really sluggishly. In particular, there is a scene with Discord in episode 3 that drags on so much that it almost sent me to sleep. This is not suspense, it's just plain boring. The writing needs tightening up, but again I think this is partly the fault of the editing, which needs to be a lot smoother. Since this series currently has 3 installments, I will give each one a separate mark. Episode 1 is a bit of a mess and gets half a mark out of 5. The story is more focused in episodes 2 and 3, and while the editing still leaves a lot to be desired, it hasn't made my ear canals sore yet, so both these episodes get 1.5 out of 5. That may still seem like a low mark, but remember I recently gave a professionally written and produced episode of the TV show 2.5 out of 5. With this being a fan-made project, my standards are slightly lower, but you still have to consider what the competition are doing. It's what I had to do when I joined the analysis community. Go look at a well-made audio series like Squeak's Doctor Who's Adventures, for example, and then ask yourself, is my product really up to the job? The short answer, no it is not. Remember, if you have an artwork or topic or anything pony related you'd like to see on this channel, you should send it to me through YouTube or through my Facebook, which is in the description below. Just be aware that I do reserve the right to be brutally honest. I'm Midnight, and I'll see you next time.